their ballot. Now to candidate speeches. You will all hear from your candidates tonight. After each candidate has finished, please recognize them with 3 big claps. Let's practice. We will begin tonight with our first candidate, Emmett Davenport from Adair County Middle School.
Hi, my name is Emmett Davenport and I'm from Adair County, Kentucky. Things I want to talk about tonight are school food, Hunters for the Hungry, and Kosher for Kids. The first thing I want to speak on tonight is school food. If I'm elected as presiding officer, I promise that I will heavily push for the school food to be more nutritious and healthier. I know many people who dislike school food, so let's look at some facts. Recent studies show that school food is often high in calories, has unhealthy fats, and is very high in sugar, and is insanely overprocessed. All of these things can lead to obesity, chronic diseases, and nutritional deficits. It can also cause heart issues and exposure to harmful chemicals like BPA in food packaging. And when you lose nutritional value, you start to feel fatigued and weaker due to your food not meeting dietary needs. The main reason for this is because many schools in America have tight weight constraints within the food's minimum limit. There are many different ways to fix this problem, such as making more menu choices to appeal to different students with different taste profiles. Get students involved with food. Run an experiment on what different grade levels appeal and gravitate towards. But in my opinion, the best method to fix school food is utilizing a farm to school program. A farm to school program is when schools meet with local farmers and get fresh produce at a cheaper wholesale price. This can be beneficial in many ways, such as hands-on learning for kids who want to study agriculture, exploration of different career options, and reduced waste because kids are less tempted to toss their trays due to the quality of food being substantially better. The second thing I want to speak on tonight is school food. Hunters for the Hungry, correct? Hunters for the Hungry is an organization that was founded in 1988 where responsible hunters can harvest deer and other wild game on overpopulated farms and donate them to kids in need. Did you know that one out of seven Kentuckians go to bed hungry? Kentucky Hunters for the Hungry helps drastically cut down those numbers. Kentucky Hunters for the Hungry provides hundreds of thousands of meals per year to give to those in need. The last thing I want to speak on tonight is Kosher for Kids. Kosher for Kids is an organization that gives financial aid to kids in need. The main reason I want to speak about this is because my brother's a Kosher kid. And just remember, vote Emmett to win it.
3 big claps for that speech. Next, we will hear from Shiv Patel from No Middle School.
My name is Shiv Patel from No Middle School. Before I start, I promise this speech will be shorter than your average TikTok binge. A few extracurricular things I do are robotics, junior beta club, jazz band, and math counts. Moving on, I think I would be a good candidate for your KYA presiding officer because I consistently demonstrate responsibility, good leadership, and respectfulness. I always strive to do my best and make sure everyone's voices are heard and acknowledged. Furthermore, I want to discuss issues we face in our neighborhood, our communities, and Kentucky as a whole. The first issue I've experienced in my communities is chemical contamination, which affects me personally. I've seen news reports about chemical spills in nearby areas, and maybe you have too. I'm sure we all agree that everyone should have the right to safe water sources. My second issue is workforce shortages. Do you remember when COVID-19 hit and we all had to do NTI, when people quit their jobs and had to work from home? Even though it has been 5 years, we still have not fully recovered from the problems that COVID-19 has inflicted. With workforce shortages, Kentucky's growth slows. A third issue is tire pollution. This problem is heavily overlooked when in reality it causes so many problems, which is exactly why I chose it. Those tires you see left on the side of the road slowly break down and release harmful chemicals into the air and water that our family and friends depend on. Finally, my service project is to prevent tire pollution by doing an eco-friendly car wash, where anyone can wash their cars with biodegradable soap. Biodegradable soap prevents tires from releasing microplastics. Microplastics are tiny rubber pieces that contain harmful chemicals that cause tire pollution. I was going to say a joke about time management, but I think I'm almost running out of time. To wrap up, keep in mind, vote for me to be a KYA presiding officer. So always remember, vote Shiv Patel, together we prevail.
Three big claps for that speech. Next, we will hear from Jagir Cones from Holy Name ES.
Famous Kentuckian Muhammad Ali said, "Stand up for what you believe in." KYA 2025. I'm calling on you. It's time to stand tall. Too many students are struggling with stress, anxiety, or depression, and do not have the right support to guide them through it. Did you know that Kentucky has one of the highest rates of teen depression and anxiety in the country? We need more school counselors, better mental wellness programs, and schools that treat mental health as seriously as academics. When students feel supported, they stand tall. Safety means more than locked doors. Did you know that over 50,000 students today report feeling unsafe at school? We need secure buildings, proper emergency plans, and emotionally safe spaces. We need environments free from digital dangers and cyberbullying. When students feel safe, they stand tall with confidence. The quality of your education shouldn't depend on your zip code. Did you know that Kentucky ranks in the top 10 worst internet access nationwide? Too many students in rural areas do not have the same resources as students in bigger cities. We need equal funding, updated technology, and quality internet access for all. Students deserve the tools to stand tall. As your officer, I won't just stand tall at the podium, I'll stand tall for you. My name is Jagger Coons, and I want to be your next governor, because when we stand tall, together, there's nothing we can't accomplish.
Three big claps for that speech. Next, we will hear from Kai Harlow from Bardstown Middle School.
Hello, KYA. My name is Kai Harler, and I'm a 7th grader at Bardstown Middle School. I'm running for presiding officer. I've always tried to be a selfless, honest, hardworking, and reliable leader, someone others can trust on and feel comfortable around. The Y has had a huge impact on my life. It's taught me the values of leadership, teamwork, and using my voice to stand up for real issues that affect our communities. Because of this program, I've learned to be more confident in advocating for change and working with others to make a difference. I chose to run for office because I want to serve my community and focus on the issues that matter most to us. I believe strong leadership means making sure every voice is heard and working towards a brighter and more inclusive future. My first platform is supporting our elderly and less fortunate by collecting blankets and hand sanitizer. My service project partnered with our local health department, and together all BCS schools collected enough supplies not to only help our county, but the 8 surrounding counties. This experience taught me that even small acts of kindness can have a huge impact. My second platform focuses on lowering the Kentucky state income tax from 4% to 2% for individuals earning $25,000 or less. This would give low-income families more financial stability and strengthen our local economies by keeping more money within our communities. My final platform is building more homeless shelters across Kentucky. This act would expand access to education and job training, increase affordable housing, and provide essential services like food and healthcare. By investing in the struggling communities, we can promote long-term growth, stability, and hope. Before I turn this over to the next candidate, I want everyone to look to the left, now right. In Matthew 22:39, it reminds us, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Thank you for your time, and don't forget to vote Harlow for better tomorrow.
Molly Maribel from Syersville.
Hello everyone. My name is Molly Mooney. I have one sister named Millie. I like to play volleyball and tennis. I'm very outgoing and a good listener. If elected for presiding officer, I would make sure your voice is heard. For my first platform, I did some research and found a local organization called the New Life Day Center. Their mission is to end homelessness. I thought that was a very good cause and decided I wanted to do something to help. So for my service project, I asked my school to collect blankets, gloves, and hats that would be given to the New Life Day Center to hand out to their clients. For my second platform, I picked a problem that affected Kentucky. I talked to the students in the bill groups from my school, and there was one bill in particular that really stood out to me. It focuses on creating a program for kids who will soon age out of foster care, because 1/3 of them end up homeless. The idea is to give them a mentor. The mentor will provide a helping hand for these young adults and guide them into adulthood. For my final platform, I picked a problem that affects Lexington. First off, the minimum wage in Kentucky is $7.25 an hour. So someone who works 40 hours per week would only be making $290 a week, which would be $1,160 per month before tax. Next, the average cost of rent to rent a one-bedroom apartment in Lexington is around $1,000 a month. So yes, this person would be able to pay for most apartment options, but there is food, transportation, insurance, and many other things they would need to pay for. This is very unfair, and I think we need to find a way where people who have minimum wage jobs could pay for housing. My idea is a program like food stamps where they would have monthly benefits on the price of rent so that they could have a roof over their head even while maintaining their minimum wage job. These platforms are all very important to me because even though life will never be fair, I want to do my part to make it a little bit better for everyone. Thank you for listening. I appreciate your time, and I hope I've earned your vote.
Three big claps for that speech. Next up, we have Mirabelle from Louisville Collegiate.
My name is Mirabelle Schrebzer, and I've been looking forward to running for presiding officer ever since I learned about KYA. KYA is an experience I will never forget. You get to have fun with your friends, learn about how to make Kentucky a better place for everyone, and contribute to debates. I think I would make a great presiding officer because I have prior experience in attending KYA conferences, I listen to other people's ideas, and I am always thinking about how to help others and improve Kentucky. To do this, I have chosen 3 platforms that are important to me. The first platform I'm focusing on is rising housing prices in Louisville. Between 2022 and 2024, housing prices increased by 42%. As a result, the number of homeless students increased by 8%. A solution to this would be to create funding open to the public for the purpose of building additional houses. My second platform I would like to address is infant mortality. In 2023, 342 infants died before reaching their first birthday. Imagine if you had a baby brother or sister who died before they got the chance to talk or walk. In order to help this, we can create free programs accessible through a computer or in-person class. These programs would teach parents about the risks new infants face, but they would also teach parents about how to prevent infant mortality. My final platform is suicide rates in Kentucky. In 2022, 823 people in Kentucky committed suicide. My goal is to find a way to lower this number drastically. To do this, we would implement mental health awareness classes in schools and help students understand what to do if they are ever in a situation where they need help or somebody they know needs help. Those are just 3 things we can do to make Kentucky a better place. And I believe that if we work together, we can make Kentucky the best. So vote Mirror about us so we can make Kentucky the best.
Three big claps for that speech. Next, we're going to hear from E.B. Lohan. From Ashley Woodson.
Good evening, delegates. My name is E.B. Loman, and I'm honored to stand before you today as candidate for presiding officer. Leadership is not about maintaining what already exists. It is about identifying where we can do better and taking decisive action to make meaningful change. I believe Kentucky's future depends on bold ideas, compassionate solutions, and leaders who are willing to stand for both. Because as I like to say, average isn't on the agenda. My first initiative focuses on a challenge almost 280,000 Kentucky families face: food insecurity. No child should have to sit in class distracted by hunger. I will propose the creation of a state-sponsored emergency food assistance program designed to provide immediate relief to families in crisis and ensure every Kentuckian has access to one of life's most basic needs: food. Second, we must turn our attention to Eastern Kentucky, a region rich in heritage and potential. Through an Appalachian Revitalization Plan, I aim to establish an investment fund to support and incubate small businesses, particularly those in tourism, the arts, and technology. By empowering local entrepreneurs, we can build sustainable growth and revitalize communities from within. Lastly, our schools must remain places of safety and learning. I will propose the creation of a state fund to equip all schools with metal detectors and essential safety technology, ensuring that every Kentucky student can learn without fear, regardless of who they are. To delegates, these plans represent more than policies. They represent people, communities, and the shared belief that Kentucky can and should be better. As a presiding officer, I will lead with fairness, integrity, and the courage to pursue excellence in all that we do. Vote E.B. Loman, because average isn't on the agenda.
Three big claps for that speech. Let's give all of our candidates a big round of applause.